welcome to the quality team, True North Education. So, the quality team is a team, I'm Ashley Conlon, by the way, I'm the director of nursing for the hospital side.
And I'm Amy Muspat, HR generalist.
So, the quality team has historically been called Team Denali. When True North started, that was where it was. The team was set down pre-COVID, and we just picked it back up this spring. And so most of our team members are new, and so we too are continuing to learn what our team does, how we impact the organization. But what we know is our team was Team Denali. It's also been called the High Reliability Organization Team, the HRO team. The idea being that we help to impact the quality of care the organization provides to the patients that we see. So, our learning objectives, of course, today you're probably familiar with this, you've seen it, and so we'll start right away. We, like we said, started again this spring. We put some information in the compass in August, so some of this may look like information you've seen recently. So who we are, we help to develop the organization's culture and processes as it relates to delivering high quality and safe services. We are working towards what is considered a just culture. We want people to be comfortable if they see something, to say something. So we'll talk a lot about healthcare safety zone and good catches today. Our team backs up to the quality pillar, of course, it's our quality team, but we also help to support the workforce pillar by providing that safe place to work and making sure the culture is supportive of that see something, say something. What are some of the activities that we do or the impacts that we've made? So currently good catch reporting is a big aspect that we focus on. So a good catch can be anything that prevents harm or potential error from happening to our patients, our staff, our visitors, our tenants, our residents, essentially anybody who comes through the doors of our facility. By taking the time to report good catches through healthcare safety zone, it allows the concern to be addressed and helps to prevent future occurrences, which leads to a safer environment. We have a goal for good catches in our facility. 236 is our goal this year. The reason we have a goal for good catches is because we would rather see good catches than an event that occurs that has caused potential harm to somebody. So, Amy utilized her creative devices and created a life cycle of a healthcare safety zone. So, once again, a good catch is the interception of a potential issue before it reaches the patient, visitor, or staff. This, specific, right, to healthcare safety zone. So this is not just about good catches. This is what a life cycle of any healthcare safety zone that's submitted looks like. So if the event occurs, you recognize that it should be a healthcare safety zone, and you go to the portal and you submit the healthcare safety zone. From there, right, that's where it's like, what happens after that? So once submitted, depending on how you submit what locations you submit this under, and we'll go through how to submit out your safety zone. Certain leadership is notified. Based on that notification, the leadership will review it and determine if a correction is needed or how they want to address the issue. And so for me, I get certain healthcare safety zones based on the hospital. Once I receive them, I then will either contact the department or location that it might have occurred in, or I'll look if I don't know if the person that should have received it was on it, it's not though. What we know and one area we want to focus on helping the organization is this phone. So some things are very obvious. An example of a good catch could be it's winter and it's icy and I came in and the sidewalk was extremely icy and therefore I'm concerned that someone could fall. And so it's evident, right? You put that information in, facilities goes out and corrects it. The next time you walk past that sidewalk, it's not icy anymore. You know that was fixed. But some things are more abstract, and therefore you're not sure what the follow-up has been, and you'd appreciate some sort of information in return so you can feel empowered, right? And we want to encourage people to continue to put good catches in, and we know that if you're putting it in and it doesn't feel like anything's happening, you lose some of that desire to go with that activity into healthcare safety zone. So good catches improve our system by proactively identifying situations that could lead to harm before they actually do. So Good catches being one of the biggest things, and like I said, I'll show you guys on the portal how to submit that. But other things that we have determined we'd like to focus on or have focused on have been survey readiness. Our organization is surveyed in multiple ways. We have D&D surveys that are more planful. We know that they are coming yearly. We have a general idea of when they'll arrive. However, we also have things like our trauma survey. We have CMS that surveys us. We have the state that might show up. Sometimes those things are planned and sometimes they are here unexpectedly. Our team would like to support the employees throughout the organization so that they can feel knowledgeable and continually prepared for any survey. What we know is surveyors, they may address certain issues with any staff potentially. And so things like fire safety plans or plans for lockdowns would be things that any staff member may be asked about. It wouldn't necessarily approach somebody about a clinical specific situation if you weren't a clinical patient care provider. Employee education, we work collaboratively with the workforce team this summer to provide education on fire safety. And so we were able to borrow the fire simulator from our partners at MMC. And it was a really fun event. We had the opportunity to give people the chance to attempt to put out a fire with the simulator. It gave people the feeling of what a fire extinguisher really feels like when you pick it up, what it's really like to put out a fire and how to best approach that. And so we had the chance to work with people teams in collaboration to provide that information to the staff. Historically, pre-COVID, when this team was meeting more actively, they too worked on good catch reporting, but some of the other things that they had done is they helped to create the structure for the safety huddles that occur every day. So we do the safety huddle at 8:45, but then also teams have huddles, and so the structure was driven by this team initially as well. So as a team, we talked about why do we do what we do, and these were just some of the things that we identified. We want to help make a difference. We want to help the employees to be prepared for the unexpected. We want to empower people to identify areas of improvement and report it through Healthcare Safety Zone to support a safer environment. We want to help employees be continually ready for any survey opportunity and to support a culture of safety. So we have, besides Amy and myself, most of our team members are new except Celeste, who was previously on the team from Clinic Services. We also have Mark Manning on our team, Charity from Infusion Services, and Marie from the Health Supervisor Group are all part of the quality team. We're absolutely always recruiting more members. We definitely welcome members from any aspect, but non-clinical members or members from WAC and assisted living. So we have kind of all those other perspectives as well. We would certainly love to see some more diversity. So questions specific to what we just talked about? All right, I'm going to show you guys how to submit a Healthcare Safety Zone through the portal. So this information has gone over in the employee orientation, but there's a lot of information in 4 days, and that might have been a while ago for some people, so a good opportunity to review. So if you go to the portal, and the portal on this computer is a little bit different compared to what you guys are used to. So all those boxes that are kind of off to the right are these giant boxes on here. So you're going to find the safety reporting. You're going to click on that. Once again, this page will look a little bit different. The submit event will be off to the left. And so I would click on the submit event, and it'll take me right to the Healthcare Safety Zone web page. I'll click on submit event again, and then I'm going to determine who or what should I be clicking on for the form. And from there, anything with the red asterisk needs to be completed. And so I'm just going to show you guys a few things. I will click on Good Catch and Miss. Under sub-event, I'm going to have all these different categories that I'm going to choose. Oops. And from there, under the location, that's where it's going to determine who's going to be notified. So this top location is always going to default to Hayward Area Memorial Hospital. Under sub-location, I might say it was in the hospital, and if it was under Tori's department, I want to go in and select OR or OCU so that I can make sure that she's getting that information. I'll then go in and describe the event that occurred, and at the bottom, name in and click the save button. And then that will submit, and anybody that is appropriate, so Tori in this example will receive that, as well as myself and a handful of other people who kind of receive the general information. All right, any other questions? All right, Amy's gonna have the fun with this.
Alright, so we're gonna fish for some good catches here today. We have the top 6 occurrence or reasons for submitting a healthcare safety zone good catch in the bucket here. And we will kind of just talk about some different categories that fall under each one. Do I have any volunteers who want to make sure they get to fish? We have 6 fish.
All right.
I knew you'd be one. I can feel it.
So are they like?
They're not magnet. You actually gotta hook the hook through the.
Can I look at it?
You
or
can
no?
look.
Oh, okay. Let's go for the bass. That's my son's
Our
favorite.
third or fourth, you know, she knows the fish.
I know,
Right.
right? Like next is a fish identification.
We had a group today that just cheated.
Says equipment.
Equipment.
Yep, a good one under equipment that we have seen, so we went out and pulled examples of all these. Crash carts is a good one that we've seen, people that have gone in and are checking crash carts and finding spare materials, or crash carts are unlocked and opened and we're finding that things are missing from them. It's a good catch because we found it before we're in an emergency situation. We have, because of the healthcare safety zones, created a group that is working on the process for crash carts so that we can ensure that we aren't having issues when we have a patient that is in need of this supplies.
Alright. And hand up. Fish. You want to
Usually if I get to pick my fish.
You get to pick it. You gotta name it though.
It's a walleye. This is the walleye.
Yeah, sure is. These people know what they're doing here. Facility security.
Facility and security, icy sidewalks is a great example of that. Doors that aren't locking when we think they should be, come in the evening and a door is locked that feels like it should be locked after a certain point. Would be a few examples of facility and security.
Aaron on fish.
Sure. Do you know a name of a fish too?
I feel like there's a rainbow trout. Yeah, look at you go. You guys.
Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous is our largest category. All the healthcare safety zones that were submitted so far this year, 60 of them have been under the miscellaneous category. If in doubt, just fill out a healthcare safety zone. If you don't know where it goes, please put in miscellaneous. It'll get to somebody can route it to the right person at least.
Yes. 3 more fish. Connie?
Okay. That's exactly what the last group looked like.
Patient safety concerns.
I think that's a salmon, just in case.
That's what I was getting at, but I didn't want to say it and look stupid.
I didn't ask people to identify because I'm not positive I could identify them. Patient safety concerns, I think that fell under this category. We had a handful of events that a patient was misbanded, and so they got into the ED and maybe their name was Bob Smith, and there's several Bob Smiths in our system and we grabbed the wrong person. Because of our multiple safety checks, somebody recognized that. Maybe it was LAC, came into our lab and said, hey, can you give me your name and your birth date? I said, oh, I'm Bob Smith and I was born on January 1st, 1972. And we're like, I think we have the wrong name band for you because this one says 1957, right? And so it was an opportunity to catch that before harm reached the patient.
All right.
I gotta pick one I can like recognize.
Okay, that's a fight. There is.
HIPAA concerns.
Concerns, you're going to provide somebody their after visit summary or the discharge instructions. And as you're providing that information to them, you recognize somebody else's information is also in there. So 2 back-to-back after visit summaries printed, and fortunately I was able to catch that before I provided it to the patient to question.
All right, there's one left. Trina? Is it a muskie? It does look like a
It's not a
muskie.
muskie.
I thought
But
it
I
was
feel like we
catfish.
should have had a
But it's
muskie.
whiskers, that's what
Oh,
Oh, the
catfish.
catfish.
Yep. That was one I could positively identify.
Medication events.
Medication events that are good catches often are expired medications that we discovered, or a change in the strength of a medication was another situation that occurred recently. Once again, we have a lot of really great safety measures in place, barcode scanning and the duplicative checks, but these situations occurred and we found them and were able to submit them and provide the patient with good care. I think one other thing I just like to encourage is remembering safety zone or healthcare safety zones. Good catches are not something that we should be concerned about, something that we should feel like we're tattling on somebody for something. Just, when in doubt, please fill it out. It's about making sure we're providing the best care and the safest environment for people. So